Whether or not you could call my trip to the dentist today successful really depends on your definition of successful. It was a success in the sense that I now know what my areas are, like what my problem is, but it was less than successful in the sense that they told me they wanted $28,000 to do a thing. Like, apparently, I need a root canal, and I have a chipped tooth in the back that needs pulling, and a wisdom tooth has to come out. So it's not like there's not a lot of work to do. There's some stuff in there to do. Ain't nobody got no fucking $28,000 for that. Like, this just ridiculous. And the thing that they want to do is they want to give me this thing to put in my mouth it's a medicated thing, and it's supposed to help my gums get better. Because that's my problem. My teeth are fine, my gums are bad. And a quick Google search online, and I found the rents that they were trying to sell me for $26. So, if you look at it from the perspective that I went to the dentist, was made aware of an issue that I had, and now I know what to look for in order to take care of it myself, then yes, it was successful. I also felt like I wasted 2 hours. It was that whole thing was a clusterfuck. Like, holy shit. But knowing is half the battle. So
no,
there's that.
That's not half the battle. Knowing is like at this point 90% because you know where to get it, you know what to get, and it's a matter of just getting it. So
okay,
so much more than we had.
Yeah, like I'm no better. They didn't do anything that would make me feel better immediately.
But they told you exactly what you needed.
But they told me what I needed.
For like 20,000% less.
Like, seriously. Like, even after like my job was supposed to pay off their part, it was like they still wanted like 6,000. It was like 5,800 some odd dollars, and they wanted me to give them $500 today. And I'm like, my tooth don't hurt that bad. Like, fuck that. That's a lot of Orajel. I'll make it through. I'll get myself some antibiotics and I'll take care of that myself. And all I gotta do now is get this rinse. Yeah, I'll spend $20 on rinse. Fuck you mean?
Even if you want to spend the 60 on the super duper.
Right, yeah, even like the super name brand one that they were trying to sell me was only 60. It's like, where do y'all even get these numbers from? And like maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm coming from a horrible place. Maybe I just don't understand how dentists work. Like, I'm sure that it takes quite a bit to administer anesthesia and know what to do. Like, my father used to tell me this story where a guy's TV breaks down, so he calls a TV repairman, and the TV repairman comes out and he says, "What's the problem?" He says, "TV's not working." The guy says, "Okay." So he goes into the back of the TV. He sees that there's a screw out of place. And he takes his screwdriver and he screws it in. The guy says, "Okay, that'll be $100." And the first guy's like, "The hell are you talking about? All you did was screw in a screw." And the repairman said, "Yeah, it's $1 for the screw and $99 for me to know what to do with it." And I was like, "You came and you fixed it. Like, you can't be mad." Like, tell you how easy it is. That's true. Like, I don't know what the procedure is to pull a tooth. Like, I'm sure that a wisdom tooth would be quite a big deal, but I also know that the medical field pads those numbers super hard because they expect insurance to cover most of it.
Did you know if you had Aflac, you could tell them, "Oh, Aflac only covers this amount or whatever," and more than likely the dentist office will lower the amount because apparently they overcharge a lot
I'm
because
sure.
they have to supplement somehow. But it's like no, it doesn't actually cost that much.
So I could just be blissfully unaware of how it works. But I will say this much. And here's the problem with it. And then I'm going to get back to this movie because we actually started getting into it. There is this, as I'm laying here in this dentist office, I'm staring at this chart. And in the chart, it's this from 1 to 3 is like, hey, everything's great. 4 and 5 is like, hey, you probably want to go see a dentist soon. And then 6 through 9 was like, holy shit, your teeth are going to fall out. Like, it was worst case scenario. Now, this is a lot of damage. I'm not going to hold you up. Like, I haven't gone to the dentist. They were amazed. They were like, when's the last time you went to the dentist? I was like, which century is this? Like, it wasn't even in this decade. Like, it wasn't in the last decade. They were looking like, you're supposed to do that every 6 months. And I was like, oh, I thought you said 60 years. Like, what the fuck? Like, so they look at it, it's like, oh, we've definitely seen worse. So I was like, oh, cool. So they doing this thing with a hook and they're picking at my gums. And as she's doing it, she's counting off what my areas look like from the chart from 1 to 9. And she's like 3, 3, 4, 3, 3, 4, 3, 3. I'm like, all of these sound like that's not bad. like sure, I could probably use some attention in this area. But that's where the $26 rents comes in, homie. Like, dear future me.
Like just do the thing, pay for the medication of the rents, and do that until it heals. Once it's healed, you can always just set an appointment just for a cleaning if that's just what you wanted to do.
Yeah,
like, it's not even a matter of like, cause that wouldn't be a problem anymore.
Yeah. So
I wonder what that price will look like then.
Dear future me, you're going to watch this 1 year from now. Hey, how's it going, man? You probably talking shit about me right now. I really hope that what sounds like it makes sense in my head right now still makes sense to you in a year. But on the same hand, if my logic is flawed, I hope you were smart enough to go, alright, maybe I was wrong. Like, if future me is watching this and I don't have no teeth, it's like, what the fuck are you talking about past me? You ruined it. You ruined it. Why didn't you listen? It was only $28,000.
That was a deal.
That was a steal. Now it cost you everything.
It cost you your life.
So, I don't know where you are a year from now, but I stand by my decision to say, I can just do $26 rents, and I can rent 3 times a day. Fuck that. That was a dick, actually. I don't know why I said that.
I could see how to do that.
No, I bet you could. I don't know what that. See, that's what you call a Freudian slip. It's like subconsciously, I wanted to go.
You did it again.
I did. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm secretly gay. Holy shit. I hope not. Well, wow, that would be so weird. Try. No thanks. You know what?
You never know until you try.
You know what? I am going to blame it on the marijuana, and I'm going to go back to my movie. So, sorry you had to suffer through this, future me. Sorry.
So weird.